Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, interest rates stay the same. People have asked me before the Fed interest rate decision and Jerome Powell's speech if the meeting, press conference will have any impact on the market. I did reply no. Other than maybe a little bit of short-term volatility, I don't expect any changes because it typically doesn't change anything. Okay, it typically is just a small volatility event, and we didn't even see much volatility. So yeah, a bit of a non-event, all that hype and wasted time worrying about what would happen. Pointless most of the time with those events. So basically nothing happened other than a rally into resistance. So my perspective at the moment is that we are moving here in a WXY structure that's unchanged, and the Y wave is an ABC, and Bitcoin is moving nicely in this direction according to this roadmap. Now that we've arrived in the middle of that target area, which is defined based on the length of the wave W and the length of the wave Y, projected obviously, okay, we can talk about the microstructure and we'll analyze what is likely happening here and what are the relevant resistance levels as well as next support levels, and if there are any changes from the last video. So first of all, in this Y wave, we're dealing with an ABC structure. Basically, we're now in this C wave. It started up here. That's the perspective on the 22nd of April. The C wave is a 5-wave move. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Maybe we've started wave 4. Okay. And then we should get another wave 5. So that's sort of what we're dealing with. The question, has the wave 4 started? And what are the relevant resistance levels? So looking at this structure here, the third wave is long enough. I think we determined that in the previous videos. The third wave is long enough. I did even share with you, but I did take that off the chart just to keep the chart clean. I did share with you in one of the previous updates a target zone for that third wave to the downside. And let me just do that here. And target zone, the initial, let's say, first ideal target for a third wave is here, 58,846. That was reached, and we've even gone a little bit below that. That is completely common in a third wave. But what I want to see normally for a third wave, to call it a reliable third wave, it is a move down to the 1.38 extension. So we've reached that, which means expectations reached or achieved for that third wave, which means I don't need to tell you, okay, we have to go lower in order to keep it like a likely third wave. No, it's already done what it needs to do. So basically now it's all about, okay, has the fourth wave started, which is possible. It is not yet a healthy fourth wave because such a fourth wave should reach should spend a bit of time in the resistance area, or at least consolidate for a little while. As I said to you yesterday when we were consolidating here, that I count that as a continuation of a third wave and just an extension of the third if we go down directly and don't spend a couple of days or so in the resistance area, because it needs to be a healthy fourth wave. The wave 2 is a sideways correction. You see that here. It's pretty much a sideways correction. And it took like 4 days to complete between the 25th and 29th of April. So it would be unusual for a wave 4 just to, finish in half a day. It is possible, especially when we have a catalyst like the Fed interest rate decision, okay? And it doesn't change much, this stuff, but it typically can lead to volatility and it can speed up scenarios. But yeah, there is currently no evidence that the wave 4 is over necessarily. It could be over. We've seen an initial rally into resistance and a rejection from resistance. I mean, that's precisely what the resistance areas are for. We do expect a reaction to resistance after the price basically has moved into it. Okay, so zooming in, you see that we've seen a 3-wave rally into resistance. I don't consider this already be the completed wave 4. It shouldn't really be. So what is likely is that what could happen is something like A wave, B wave, C wave for a more healthy fourth wave. This is of course micro counting and speculative, but I can tell you that if we go down from here directly, it was probably not yet the fourth wave. So what I'd like to see is like a more extended fourth wave, if this is fourth. Just highlighting connection and relationship between wave 2 and wave 4. So resistance is 60,600 pretty much. A break above it, a sustained break above it, would indicate that we've already bottomed. But that's only an indication. We need 5 waves up, followed by 3 waves down to confirm it. So it needs that dubious 1-2 setup, which already is difficult to achieve from here because the rally is in 3 waves. So it is not indicative of a bottom, of a low in place. Yeah. After wave 4, one more low would be preferred in wave 5. So basically my view is that Bitcoin in an ideal C-wave structure has a chance to form a low after one more low. Maybe it needs one more low in the 3rd wave even. Okay, so that's what I don't know. Nobody knows. For me, it's more like one more low or 2 more lows. Pay attention, every low could now be the last one. However, and that's sort of what Elliott Waves, what the analysis tells us as well, if there is a sustained break above 60,600, while that is not enough to confirm that a low is in place, it would be an indication. And if we then get a 5-wave move up, then we have first confirmation that a low is in place. Yeah. But at the moment, yeah, I mean, we are in the middle of that orange support region. I'm watching for a low in this region, of course, but it seems likely that Bitcoin gets one more low. So that's sort of what we're dealing with right now. I think everybody would love to see it turn around now. It's been quite frustrating, and it is, we're now getting to the point where ideally we should form a low. I can see one more low possibly to 55.4K. There's a 38.2 retracement. That would be the next support level. Maybe, 55,960, 55,400. Ideally not much below that, okay? So yeah, if we get, if we break out of the white zone to the downside, that would be a warning that something different is going on. That would be deeper than I would want it. Okay, so I think it's worth mentioning that. So that would be a warning, and below 50,700, I have to revise my chart. So we are very close, in my interpretation, we are very close to a low. At the same time, I will not confirm a low in place. The trend is down, especially from the all-time high. The trend is down, not down in an impulsive manner. So I prefer trend continuation to the upside, but I cannot tell you, okay, we have formed a low yet. Once I see that, you can count on me to tell you. But for now, nothing yet. All right. So that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.